Hi, hello. Welcome to another episode of Laravel Framework. Today, hi, I'm Juras Yahya from OSPROV. Today we're going to learn a bit about variables in PHP Laravel. Okay, let me do something first. Okay, yesterday we talked about basic program structure. So just let's recap. Okay, let's just open one basic files. Okay, we already see that you have these tags indicating that this is the PHP programming. Okay, and then we know that each line have to be terminated by a semicolon. Okay, and then you have the keywords. Like for example, here you use class, so you have a keyword class here. Okay, what else? And then, of course, we learn about a bit about the use, where we can use or this is one is similar to import in Java, so you can use to use other files from here. Okay, so that's a bit about what we learned yesterday, and also I teach a bit on the array. Okay, hold on. Yeah, let me open back. Okay. Okay, yesterday we learned a bit about array, and okay, maybe today I'm going to just explain a bit on what kind of data structure that we have in computer science. Okay, yeah. Okay, we have one example here is a array structure. So the array structure meaning that you have like the memory in your location. Okay. So array usually okay, here we are storing UBFDAEC in the memory. So in programming, the storage is used. We use memory for temporary storage. So if, in this case, in the array, it is stored in what we call a continuous memory block. So you can see that let's say we just take an example that 200 is one of the memory location, the address, memory address. So you store U in here, and the next memory block that available 201 is storing B. So this is how an array is stored. So and then of course that's why in array you have index. So example, let's say I have this array. Let's say fruits, and then I put apple, orange. Okay, example. Okay, if I want to retrieve this value in the array, I can just use something like fruits 0. So if I, let's say here I want to print it out, echo. Okay, when I use fruit 0, it will access apple, the apple fruit. So that's how we access the index in the memory. So you can see that you have 0, 1. This is the index. So if I access 1, it means that the current location is the index, meaning that from this memory location 200 you plus 1. So I will get the value here in B. Semalam blackout. Semalam blackout je. Tiba-tiba padam. Tak. Tak juga. Semalam memang I betul-betul habiskan lah. Sekejap Motions. Okay. Alright, so that's the data structure that we have. Okay, what else do we have? And then the rest, the one that here, this one is in general lah for computer science lah. But usually we don't in practice. Actually, the most that we use is array lah. So we have another structure like linked list. Linked list is that it's not in a continuous store, meaning that but they have like a reference to the next memory location lah. So like this is the head A, they have a reference to the memory location in B. B have a memory reference in location in C lah. So it's like macam snake lah. You have the head of the snake and then dia punya badan lah. So but this one if you learn computer science, then maybe you want to know about this lah. But because this one is already built in in our programming language lah. So other than that, something that we have is let me check. Okay. Why is this slow? Okay. And then okay, one of the things that we have like binary tree. Okay, this is like a structure lah. Usually binary tree ni macam index lah, dia guna untuk for index. So you have like this. So the operation bila dia nak search tu laju lah. So that's the binary tree structure lah. All this is what we call conceptual lah, theoretical. It's good if you want to know. Okay, another one that we have is like a stack. Stack is you have a push and pop, last in last out. So this is an example of a stack. And then what else we have? We have a hash table. Hash is similar to in a way it's like an array lah, but they have the operation in here, hash function, so you can map the value to the whatever index that you have. Okay, that's a bit about data structure. Okay, let's sorry. Okay, let's go back to our topic for today. Okay, today we're going to learn about variables. So in PHP, variable is denoted as you usually start variable by string. So you give the variable a name. For example, fruits. Okay, you cannot use what we call reserve keywords lah. So there's a few reserve keywords in PHP. Then you cannot use that one as a variable name lah. Okay, let me just check. Okay, there's a reserve keyword. So let's check what's the reserve keywords for PHP variable. Okay, so you cannot use like a list of reserved words. Okay, what's the keyword that you have? All these lah. So you cannot use and. So you cannot use like you cannot use something like this. You cannot use string if. So it doesn't work that way lah. So all these are the what we call the reserved keywords in PHP. Reserved keywords for variables. Okay, so let's try and I have a test page here. So let's do some variable lah. Okay, in PHP, the variable is what we call is loosely typed lah, meaning that you do not need to define the type of the variable, because in other language like Java, you have to define the type lah. For example, in Java you have to, for example, you need to define, like, for example, string and then the name of the variable lah. Okay, but here in PHP you only put something like this, string, and then just the name of the variable. So in this case, fruits. So let's say I put apple. So this variable is what we call, is defined as a string lah, because I assign it to a string. So let's try and see what's the result. So we use the keyword echo here. It will print out the fruits value lah. Okay, let me open the console. Okay, let's clear first. Okay, can you see it? Okay, let me just make the font a bit bigger. Let me change properties, maybe 24. Okay. Alright, so okay, let's run the program. So to run a program, I mean, this one, my file is a standalone. This one is not a Laravel project lah, because I just want to show the use case of the variable. So let's run it, PHP, and then the name of the file, this one is test PHP. So yeah, so that's the result, apple. Ignore this one lah, because this one is coming from my console lah. So I can, okay, let me just put something here. Okay, this one is if you want to create a new line, so you put this character lah. Okay, see, now it displays the word apple. So let me just put it here lah, so I don't have to. Okay, there's a difference between single quote or double quote in a string. Okay, if I use a Zevin Azar, thank you for liking the stream. Okay, okay, let's test apple. Okay, I use a single quote. Okay, if a single quote, then it won't interpret this /n. /n is like a new line. So this one is what we call a special character lah. So if I do this, what will happen when I run? You can see that it also display the /n character. What happens if I use a double quote? Okay, yeah. For double quote, it will interpret it as a new line. So you can see that there's a 2 line there, one here and one here. So you have an extra line here. So if you use a double quote, it is if you use a double quote, it means that there's going to be, it will try to interpret whatever special character that you have in here lah. So if you're considering on performance wise, so it's good practice if you just use single quote. If you don't have any special character lah, so you can just use single quote in your variable assignment or everywhere you use lah. So in this case, let's say we take okay, let's open this one. See, you can see that most of the Laravel default model, you can see that they use single quote here, because there's a slight performance penalty lah. Of course, it's really low when you use double quote lah. So, but of course, it will add up if you put double quotes in all of your programs in Laravel. So, please bear that in mind when you use what we call double quotes lah. But of course, if you have a character like this, you definitely have to use it, because you want to interpret this value. Okay, as I mentioned, okay, let's say we have, okay, let's do some operation. Okay, this one is let's say I put the number 2 but as a string. Okay, let's do string B. Let me clean this up first. Okay, let's say B is 3. So let's add the value, string A plus string B. So let's see what's the result is. So if you use the plus, what happens, it will this one, even though it's string, this one is a number, you can still use mathematical operation and it will interpret this as a number lah. So you can see that 2 plus 3 is 5, even though this one is a string. So that's why this one is a as I mentioned, the variable is in PHP is loosely typed. You don't have a fixed type lah. So what about if you want to display 23 instead of 2 plus 3? So you can use this what we call concatenation. For text concatenation, you put a dot there. So when you use a echo here, so it will become 23. Okay, so far so good. You guys have any question? If you have, feel free to ask in the comments. Before we move on another part on the variable. Okay, no question. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, what else do we have in array? What can we use in array? Okay, you can actually you can just do the operation. Okay, let me try here. So in array, it's not just one assignment. You can stack all the other operation. So let's see what's the result like. Go. Let's run. Again, it's 5 as expected. So if you put concatenate, so what will happen? Again, the same result is 23. Okay, let's try another thing. Let's put this as xy1, for example. So what's the result? Okay, now because we are trying to use operation addition to a non, here is the value non-numeric, so meaning that now they cannot interpret this as numeric because you already put xy here. But of course, if you put concatenate, then no problem because you treat it as a string, so there's no issue there. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to show. Okay, this one is might be slightly confusing for some people. Okay, this is what we call a variable in a variable. Okay, what does it mean? Okay, let's say I have. Okay, I want to name my variable here. Okay, my variable, my var. Let's say I name it OSPROV. Okay. Okay, the one very straightforward. So let me try my var. What's the value? Okay. OSPROV. Very straightforward. Okay, but then let's say I want to assign the OSPROV variable into another value. So I want to do something like this. OSPROV is equal to yellow, example. Okay. Let me do this. Okay, I want to do that. Okay, very straightforward. normal assignment. Okay, but you can also, for example, you want to make this sort of like dynamic. I can do something like this. I put a braces. I put my var under here, and then I assign it to yellow. So can I do this? So let's run. Yeah, see? Again, the value here is still the same. It is still yellow. What it means that what I'm doing here is actually it will interpret the one inside the braces here as OSPROV. And then it's like you assign this to OSPROV. And then of course the whatever on the right lah, meaning that you assign it to the yellow lah. So this is one of the what we call a nice construct that you can use if you want in your programming later on when you want to do what we call dynamic variable or dynamic evaluation, or maybe like for example this value is actually coming from a database. Instead of like this one, I put assignment, and then you just want to display a value from another database or another field. So you can use something like this. So this is quite handy. Okay, the shortcut for doing this is you don't need to do the braces. Actually, you can also do something like this. Okay, let's run. Yeah, same result. The value is still yellow. Okay, so I think that's all that we cover for variable. So if you still confused with what variable is, we last time learned in secondary school, sekolah menengah dulu, algebra kan. So algebra you have like x equals 2, y equals 3. So x plus y equals to 5. So this is you can think of variable as in algebra last time. Pun boleh ubah lah. So you can think of it like that. So this one is similar. So in programming, if people say that you don't use algebra, actually you use in programming lah. So this is an example you use lah. Yeah. So that's about it in variable. Okay, any other question you have? If you have, please post it. Okay, tomorrow's topic we're going to learn about more on the logical statement. So I guess we continue there. I'm starting this from basic because my assumption for this tutorial, I'm going to teach those without no programming background lah. So if you guys already learn other languages and then you trying to learn about PHP Laravel, then you might feel that this one is too basic for you lah. But for that, I am sorry lah, because I'm trying to cover a lot of audience lah. So I try to make it as basic as possible. Okay, that's all. Alright, thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow around the same time, around maybe 5 or 6 lah, around that time, because I have to finish up my work first. And then of course I will share on what we can learn together in Laravel. As I mentioned, I'm going to make this this one is not like a very structured like lecture based kind of tutorial. It's more like we're going to learn this together, including me. I am also learning because like I mentioned, I'm going to use the Jetstream. This one is a new tools that I also don't know about this yet, so we can discover this together lah. So it's a good thing that we can learn, because technology, if you know, it's always changing. You cannot keep up. You have to really keep up with the trends or whatever technology that being evolved lah, because it's a really fast evolving thing. So for example, in 1 month, many things can happen. You can have a lot of new tools, new technology. So that's why also in here I'm trying to teach you guys not just what we call spoon fed lah, meaning that I also will teach you on how usually I learn, which is of course we can use Google or whatever tools that we have. So that's the part where I want to also portray like in this tutorial, not just spoon fed. Okay, I teach you this and this. Sometimes I also don't know, so then I can Google and we can see where how to find the resources and what kind of keywords that we can use when we are stuck with a problem lah. All right. Okay, so that's all for now. Thank you for watching. Again, if you haven't followed yet, please follow so you can get notification when we go live. Because Facebook usually they change the algorithm many times. So sometimes even if you follow or like, you might not get